how Omar Asghar Khan Foundation was started.
Right. और what are the key areas जिसके ऊपर आप लोग focus करते हैं?
We've sort of moved over the 20 years, but essentially our work has been on trying to look at how you make institutional reform. So we work on looking at governance, how governments can be more responsive to what people want. We are working a lot on public finance management, because at the end of the day, whether you want water in your taps or you want a road outside your home, all of that really comes from public budgets. So how do you make public budgets more fair, more transparent, more equitable? That's the kind of work we do. We also worked a lot on looking at how to make societies more diverse, more inclusive, more accepting of the differences that we have. So particularly looking at non-Muslim citizens, people who have disabilities, etc. How does the society treat these people? And try to make a society where they are included as equal citizens. And unfortunately, because of the way Pakistan has experienced so many natural disasters, so many humanitarian crises, although we never started as a relief organization, but we were forced to become one after the 2005 earthquake. The 2005 earthquake was a terrible, terrible tragedy, you might recall. And we were forced to respond to that tragedy, to give relief assistance, to look at how people might be assisted in rehabilitating their lives, their homes, etc. So at that time, then we decided to work on how do you make people more resilient to humanitarian crisis. So that's another area that we work on.
Right. And the work that you do on budgets and on gender-based violence and many other areas where you empower women to sort of like stand for themselves in their community and take ownership of a lot of work that needs to be done within their own areas. So how exactly you guys work on those things? How do you mobilize people and raise awareness for these things?
So, when we say yes, we work in communities, rural and urban, but a lot in rural areas, because we want to work in places which are more poor or more disadvantaged. And there is, a friend of mine, Irene Guit and Meera Shah, had written this book, I think about 20 years ago, The Myth of Community, saying that when you talk of communities are not homogeneous groups. There are different people within the community. And so within the community, our focus, Omar Asghar Khan Foundation's focus, is on those that are more marginalized. So you can be marginalized because of your gender, you can be marginalized because you're poor, you can be marginalized because you're disabled, or you are of a different faith, or if you are either too young or too old. These are all factors that make that marginalize people. So when we work in communities, we work for the interests of those that are marginalized. So women obviously come up as one of our big groups that is marginalized. And having worked with women on their issues,